we go. Hello everyone, I'm Karen Liot Hill, Executive Councilor for District 2. Thank you for being here. I want to start with a simple set of facts. The conduct now cited in House Resolution 41 was reviewed by the New Hampshire Attorney General. After examining the facts, the Attorney General's office found no violation of state law or ethics. That review is complete and the conduct was cleared as lawful. Despite that, some elected officials are continuing to pursue an impeachment inquiry, not because I did something illegal or unethical, but because they disagree with what I said. Filing a resolution to conduct an impeachment inquiry is their prerogative, but it raises serious questions about how impeachment is being used and what message that sends. As we've been celebrating this week, New Hampshire was the first state to adopt its own constitution, the first to declare independence and to establish a government where power is derived from the people, not a crown. Here, elected officials are directly accountable to voters every 2 years. Removing an elected official from office has traditionally been the responsibility of voters through elections. Impeachment is the most powerful constitutional tool the legislature has. Under Part 2, Article 63 of the New Hampshire Constitution, it exists to address bribery, corruption, or serious misconduct in office. Historically, it has been used sparingly and exclusively in cases involving judges, where there is no opportunity for accountability to the voters. What concerns me, and what should concern everyone, is the use of impeachment in response to lawful speech and civic engagement. Free speech is not just an individual right, it's a public good. People speak up, organize, criticize government, and help one another because they trust they won't be punished for doing so lawfully. In many parts of the world, people can be arrested for criticizing their government. That is not how democracy works here. In the United States, and especially in New Hampshire, we respect free speech. We believe people should be able to disagree without fear of reprisal, without having to look over your shoulder. Yet today, this morning, H.R. 41 was introduced despite the Attorney General's clear finding. Using impeachment in response to lawful speech is an attack on free expression, not just for elected officials, but for everyone who participates in civic life. When government responds to speech with its most severe powers, people notice and they hesitate. That chilling effect doesn't stop with elected officials. It reaches citizens, volunteers, business owners, parents, and anyone who speaks up in their communities. It also matters because impeachment is not cost-free. It consumes legislative time, staff resources, and taxpayer dollars. The last impeachment inquiry to advance in New Hampshire was 25 years ago. It took months in the House and a 6-week trial in the Senate, ending in acquittal. The record of that process fills a book more than an inch thick, underscoring the extraordinary resources involved. At a time when voters are telling us they need relief from rising housing costs, healthcare expenses, grocery prices, and the overall cost of living, pursuing an impeachment inquiry after lawful conduct has already been reviewed and cleared raises serious questions about priorities. Some might even say it's a waste of time and taxpayer money. Yes! New Hampshire has always believed that disagreement should be resolved through debate and elections, not by threatening removal from office. That tradition protects free expression and democratic participation for all of us. And I am proud to be joined by people from every corner of the state who believe in the importance of free speech. I'm speaking out today not to escalate conflict, but to defend a constitutional boundary. Free speech only works if people believe they can use it without fear of punishment. And that principle has to apply to everyone. Thank you. I'm happy to take questions.
Councilor, you know that letter from the Attorney General indicated you using your own email address and addressing it to state agencies or officials might have given the impression that you were threatening them. Do you regret using an office email to make this clear?
I was a city councilor for 20 years prior to becoming an executive councilor, and I am familiar with how to interact with people that I worked with, whether it was city municipal officials as a city councilor or whether it's with state officials as an executive councilor. The AG cleared me of any ethical wrongdoing. So even though they raised the question, they answered it by saying, I didn't do anything wrong.
Councilor, do you see any irony in many of the same officials who are bringing this impeachment charge against you as being silent yesterday on the anniversary of January 6th insurrection?
It's really concerning that people are becoming more fearful to speak out. Violence is escalating, and this is exactly why I am making a clear stand that this is an attack on free speech. This is part of using impeachment, the most significant tool that the legislature has to remove someone from office that the voters sent to do a job, threatening them with impeachment is for misconduct. It's not for disagreement. And using it against lawful speech is not accountability. It in fact threatens free expression for all of us. I was elected by voters for doing my job. I have been working very hard to do my job, to advocate for my constituents, and when the question was raised about whether I did something inappropriate, the Attorney General did an investigation and found that I did nothing illegal, I did nothing unethical. I am doing my job and I will continue to do my job, but it's important that we make it clear. I have been cleared by the AG, and yet this impeachment inquiry is continuing. This is an attack on free speech. It affects not just me, but potentially everyone. And that's why we have to make a clear stand and say, this is not okay. There is no reason for this impeachment inquiry to continue. The AG has cleared me of wrongdoing. Continuing to use impeachment against lawful speech is an attack on free expression. I think we'll leave it there. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much.
Hey, Karen. I was just going to say hi.